Here's my issue with this trade, man. Dude, I want to look at over at GU, right? Because GU is the one that carries the most weight for me. Because that's the one that we need to make that new high. Yo, and the fact that this break was a false break, the same way yesterday. Like yesterday's pattern on GU held more structure than GJ's. And they follow each other's pattern, right? Like yesterday, right? Yesterday for GJ, we were in a downtrend, right? Because of this, right? So everybody thought that we were in a downtrend because of that, but we were really following GU's pattern, which was the break of the high. So that's pretty much what's happening right now. Like we're getting a false break to the low. We tapped into our our flip zone to then continue to go up, and that's pretty much what GJ is showing me right now. Like technically speaking, right? We had internal higher highs and higher lows. We're just tapping into that to continue, right? Because right now, like, all right, this entry, this is why I won't take this entry. Like, right, this entry, we have a 23 pip stop, right, somewhere up here. Now, the problem is this. If we have a 23 pip stop, right, and this turns out to be a 50-50 gap, right, to the point where, well, we'll use this one. There's two things I see here, right? This could either turn into a 50-50, this could either be a type 2 pattern, right? Which is break out of the consolidation, tap, and just continues to go, right? So there's two things I see here, right? Either this could happen, right? Which would be what would be happening right now, right? This is what would be happening right now. So that's the one thing that could happen, right? The second thing that could happen is 50-50 trade where price goes back to 50% of the consolidation and then continues to go down, right? Which if that was the case, again, if we were be using 23 pips, if we'd be using our regular stop loss, we'd probably be hit, which would be the high of this red candle's wick, right? We'd probably get tapped. If we use 23 pips, we won't get tapped, right? But we just lose 23 pips, knowing that this shit is gonna go up. Like I'm almost certain that this is just a fake out. This is a fake break of the low to just tap into the higher low to continue to go up. Right now, if that's the case, I missed the entry, right? Because for GU was a little bit more simple, because GU I kind of could see like where price would go down to, right? So if we go down to the 5-minute time frame, right, that entry would be super simple. Our entry would have been right here, literally right where this red line is over here. Low, lower, high, lower, low, higher, high, boom. My entry would have been somewhere here. Stop loss would have been below the zone to then continue to go up, and we would have been up already 16 pips. Right, so for GU that was the entry going long for sure. Like this is why I just turned on GU, so I kind of didn't see that early enough. This is why I don't want to enter this trade going short for GJ. There's too many factors at play when it comes to this. Way too many factors at play. Real quick, Euro USD. Like kind of Euro USD is just here sitting at the low. I need to see a break of the high for this one. But GJ and GU definitely like I'm not gonna trade this going short. There's just no way. I don't feel confident enough in this to continue trading this going short, especially not now in peak high. You know what I mean? So um, we'll go on to the next one. Whatever. I'm not gonna turn this shit off, and I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna look at it. Right. So let's look at Euro USD. Like, what am I looking for Euro USD? I'm looking for that break of the high. Once we get that break of the high, I'll feel a lot more comfortable taking this going up. Same situation as GU to the point where I want to see something really quickly. To the point that I am looking for a new high to be made for this for the month. So it's about that time that we start getting some uptrend moves. We gotta start tapping into these longs here. Low, lower, high, lower, low, higher, high, higher, low. Right at this point, no entry for me here. I want to see price break above the high. Right, S&P and US 30. I'm looking for longs on these for sure. At least a TP, which would be up here somewhere. Because should have closed it, but TP should be like 320 something. Yeah, so pretty easy. This one for me is pretty easy, right? We had previous 3 days of drop. We had 1 day, 2 day. Today will be the third day. Gave us a low. As soon as it gave us that low, it went a little pullback here. So like, let's say this is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, equal high, higher low, and then boom, broke the high of the day here. Consolidation, consolidation, boom, and then breakout to the top. So US 30 kind of in the same situation, right? Same situation. Everything makes sense too. Like where that retracement would be up here to the 50% to continue going down. Could be it. Right? Remember after a daily break, first of all, is one thing to look at. Well, we weren't in the daily, we were in the 4 hour. Kind of, right? That break was kind of the 4 hour break. Right? But not really. Because we have the low down here and then the high up here. Daily time frame we have the low down here and the break up here. We have a very low down here. Right? But we are looking for an like, internal downtrend all the way down. So anyway, so this would be kind of the same thing, right? Break of the high happened, retest, to continue going up. S&P looks a lot more clean than anything else. So let's look at NAS. I'm pretty sure NAS looks the same. We'll see. And then at this point, I'd be like, oh, fucking hey, we're getting in now, going short. Right? This would be like the trade that would trap me in this shit. But again, now I'm just looking at context clues, right? Like we had number one would be just this engulfing, just push to the top, right? Engulfing green candles all the way to the top. Um, right? We see that a little retracement. So this is why this trade just isn't it for me. I'm not falling for that shit again. Ever. Right? So let's see. So now this the type 1 pattern is the one that's being disrespected right now. So we already know that this isn't a type 1 pattern for sure. Right? So we could go ahead and start deleting this. Now the next one is that 50-50 type 3 pattern. But again, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're up. I think GJ is definitely just up in an uptrend. This is a definitely was a missed opportunity for us. I'm not gonna lie. This could have been a really good entry for both the GJ and GU. I just kind of again, I'm not really comfortable taking GBP trades yet. So for me, this is more like back testing than anything else. Um, which kind of sucks because again, like I know where GU is gonna go, so I know we're in an uptrend. But we'll see. We will definitely see. So be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so here you go. So again, oh man, it's just another, like I said, was what I was saying earlier, bro. It's just missed opportunities, man. This shit is so fucking. I think that was the worst thing about trading, right? It's like you know what you're supposed to be trading, you see it, you mark it, it's happening, right? You wake up just fucking 30 minutes, a little 30 minutes late, man, and fucking, and it moves. It's all good. It's all good. We'll go for the next one, yo. This one just hurts, bro, because again, this is a trade where you could kind of just hold this, man, right? Like, not only that, right? Let's just speak about again, how many pips, like what's my daily goal compared to what I could have done in literally 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in 35 minutes, right? So, alright, so entry would have been somewhere here on this line. I would have taken this. Stop loss would have been 7 pips, right? So 7 pips for 30, bro. That's crazy to me. It's still going up. That shit's not gonna stop for a little bit. So, alright. So to go back into it, right? Again, like, how do you know which pair holds the most, like, the most weight, right? Because a lot of people be like, oh, but like GJ is going down and GU and the correlation and all of this, right? All of this other bullshit. So again, the problem with GJ is that GJ is in peak high territory, right? So the fact that GU is in a good place in the pattern, number one. Number two, we're looking for a new high to be made. We're still in the uptrend. I still do believe that GU is gonna hold the most weight when it comes to where these pairs are gonna go, right? If we look at it, right, like GU, if we mark it the same way as GJ, because it moves similarly, right, very similar. GU had the same thing, the same break of the low, but it wasn't a real break, right? All these, number one, the one candle, the red candle that went, it was an engulfing imbalance candle, and the break was right on the line. It wasn't steep enough, right? Then the next candle that opened, same thing. It went up first, right? Let's say, end of the day, it matters where the fact that the candle closed right on it as well, right? It was still touching the line. It was still a testing candle. It never really broke. It was still testing. Number three, right? Third thing to look at is we have this zone of support and resistance, right? So if we compare that to GJ, right? GJ is the same thing. A little support and resistance, right? Yeah, this one did break, but again, we understand that this is just a false break, and it'd be the same thing as GU. So again, I'm just getting comfortable with these. So I'm still, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking mad shit about that entry. Um, but it is good to see that I'm getting like into it, right? That I'm really understanding this when it comes to GBP pairs, bro. Because I'm so fucking tired of losing trades to them. So my last trade that I took was actually on GJ on the 8th, if I'm not mistaken, 10 days ago. We won a few pips, so I'm definitely getting comfortable with them. I'm getting really comfortable trading these pairs. So now for the only ones that are kind of left, right? I'm gonna go down the list. So AUD USD, right? So AUD USD. Let me do something really quickly. I should always have this page up. So AU, we have a 49 pip STP. So STP was already hit for the day, so I'm not trading this anymore, right? But I was neutral on this, right? Notice how Asia session just went down, straight down. So how would we be trading this? It's very simple, right? So we'd be trading Asia session, all I'm looking for is a little zone of consolidation, like where did it start ranging, and it was here. I'm putting a line at the bottom, line at the top. Did it break? Yes. Did it give us a retest? Not really, so I wouldn't have had an entry on this. Right, for me this wouldn't have been an entry because we didn't get a retest off of this break either. It was just kind of a range. So then if we got the bottom of the range, did we break? Yes. Did we get a retest? No. So I wouldn't have gotten an entry on this. So now when it comes to what's going on right now, again, I'm not trading this anymore because we already have 49 pips, which was STP. Right, so the biggest thing is that keep in mind, again, I'm not trading this today. It already did our RTP. So then Euro USD, we're looking for this to go long, and Euro USD has a 3rd-month high. So this is still a good one to look at. STP is 48. We've done 25, right? 48 will be somewhere up here, which will make sense. We break this high, we have clean range up to here, about 12 pips. We break this, we have another 12 pips going to the top where we get to this next support and resistance. So this is what I'm keeping an eye on. GJ and GU, again, we already know we're looking for uptrends on these. Already did the move. The entry was down here. Now any other entry up here for me would be really wouldn't be valid. Two reasons. The first reason would be the 800 EMA, right? Second reason would be we're already so close to this other support and resistance up here that literally the move for today was you get your entry where exactly where you need to get the entry at, and then if you want to go down to, let's see, what I'm looking at, which time frame hasn't had a red candle yet. The 15 and the 30 haven't had a red candle yet, so I'd be looking pretty much here in the 15-minute time frame at this point, and I'd be waiting for every 15 minutes I'd get out at the first red candle that closes. So that'd be my exit, honestly. But then also, what's GU's 63 pips is STP, so let's even see where 63 pips are. 63 will be all the way up here, so I definitely wouldn't get out here. Right, the safest exit was the high of the day. So 37 pips definitely secured. I'd move my stops to break even. Another reason I'd move my stops to break even, you have a green candle here, engulfing green candle with no bottom wick. Price could drive back down to down here to then continue to go up. So anyway, GU and GJ pretty much already did the move. So now what I want to talk about with GJ now. So we already saw that the type 1 pattern was not it, right? Or I'm sorry, the type 2 pattern wasn't it. Now it could be a type 3 pattern. Notice how this is where price stops and now it's making a red candle, right? Think about what I just said about GU, that GU has to go back down and cover this gap. So right now they could just be faking everybody out, right? People who are trading these types of patterns, right, they're gonna believe that price is gonna go all the way down, but realistically speaking, all it has to go down is to probably down here, probably back to the low, or probably down here to this candle, 24 pips, and then it'll reverse to go up. That could happen, or it could continue to go down. All I know is that GU is the one that I want to follow when it comes to where I think GBP price is gonna go. So we'll keep an eye out, but those already did the move, so I'm done looking at that. S&P, US 30, and gold. So S&P, I'm pretty much looking for that break of this high. We did get that break finally, right? All of these were kind of just testing candles, testing. I kind of want to see price come back down to here, probably give us a retest to then continue to go up. And then to TP, TP's 34, so 34 is right here, right? So this one is looking good as well. US 30 is on the same situation. TP for US 30 is 24. Same place, same everything. Even the pullback, right? Where the pullback should be is at that 50%, 50 to 618. That's exactly where the TP is at for the day as well. Take this fib out. The only difference here, well, yeah, this candle technically. we'll see how those play out. And then gold. So gold is the same situation pretty much as US 30 and S&P. I just honestly I don't like how this looks right now. Right? Cuz this could just be a little pullback to continue going down, and the fact that we have a green candle with a wick, this long of a wick, pretty much half the bar, 21 pip wick, exhaustion candle right at the support and resistance over here, this small little support resistance zone. I don't really like how this looks, even though we did break the high of the day already, right? Technically speaking, we did break the highs. So I honestly I just don't like how this looks. So gold is going to be one that I just remove. So now I kind of want to look at DXY and USD ZAR. Boom, because we got a break here. Right, but once we got that break, what candle gave us that push? It's just this candle. That's number one. Number two would be okay. It was the break, retest, boom. Now we're in a zone. If price breaks above here, retest continues to go up. If price breaks here, we get a retest, it'll continue to go down to here. And if that's what I'm looking for DXY, right, then it'd be what I'd be looking for US 30 and S&P for it to go up, right? And then ZAR would be, see, ZAR is a little different because ZAR already reached, is already here, right? We're trading between this high and this low, right? We could see yesterday. If we use yesterday's price, let's see this because I forgot we did have a break here technically with the wick, right? Technically speaking, with this wick, we did break, which gave us right? Technically speaking, we're trading between this low and this high. So we're no longer in this trading zone, we're in this one over here. So it does look good for it to continue to go down as well. Everything is looking good on this, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, but Euro USD is the best one in my opinion compared to the other ones. So kind of like I said, the real only trade for today that looked crystal clear was GU, which was down here, but again, I really wasn't awake for that, so it's all good. We kind of just missed that. Everything else is pretty much just, I'm not, it's Thursday. We just had a week full of high impact news. A lot of the entries that were taken were pretty much just in and out trades. There was really no clean structure this week as much, right? There was a few, but the times that they moved and shit like that was it's a little different. So try again next week, right? So then, as you can see here in GJ, that 50-50 pattern as well, invalid and disrespected. But again, we understand why. So there's just This is why we don't take these trades, right? And it was, again, it's the same situation I was telling you guys yesterday, right? Like, why didn't we trade these going short yesterday? It was because, number one, peak high territory, but also it's just, market structure is just higher highs and higher lows still. So you can delete this now. So yeah, all right. So again, Euro USD. Yeah, I really don't have any other pairs to trade for the day. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, that's pretty much it for me. I have really nothing else to trade. Um, Again, gold hasn't hit. 1 second. Gold hasn't hit ADR yet or STP, so this could be a good one to look at. It's just, for me, I'm not comfortable taking gold yet either. So I'm just gonna focus on the ones that I am comfortable with, especially when I'm taking these challenges, these prop accounts. I'm not gonna force any trades. So all right, we'll be back. We'll be back tonight, I guess. Pretty much it for me, man. Good hour stream. Pretty much went through everything, all the pairs, the watch list that I have, right? So I'm not going to, I'm not gonna force a trade on another pair that I'm not looking at. I'm just gonna keep it simple. So appreciate you guys.